ये खुलासा है जो मैं यहाँ break कर रहा हूँ.
One person's social media you stalk the most.
शाहरुख खान, actually Richa's.
You are a stalker boyfriend.
मैंने ऐसे जोश में आके डैड को कॉल कर दिया था कि मुझे पैसा नहीं चाहिए, मैं खुद कर लूंगा. And just literally minutes after that, I was regretting saying that. But I've finished Netflix, I've finished Amazon.
Hi Ali, welcome to Filmfare Spotlight.
Hello Rahul. Thank you so much for having me there, and this is exciting. Yeah, it's kind of a first, right? Like,
yes, and good to see you after so long. I love your t-shirt.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
So, Ali, Filmfare Spotlight is a special series where we celebrate exceptional talent which have really shone bright on the OTT platforms. And you with Mirzapur, it's, everybody loved you. So congratulations.
Thank you. You're being very generous with your words.
Come on.
But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of sudden love that's been garnered because of Mirzapur. So I'm really touched. Yeah, I didn't think we'll turn into this monster.
Ali, your career graph is very interesting. You made your place in Bollywood, then obviously you went overseas and, worked with Dame Judy Dench and, a couple of Hollywood films, now made a killing on the OTT platforms. How do you see yourself? How do you see your career graph?
It's weird. Like you said, I mean, I wouldn't call it interesting. So it's funny. Like I think I've said this in some other interview also, that I was a bit of a geek here. I was a science student and, I broke my arm. I was in a boarding school and that's how I started acting. So it's all, I think I've started to slowly believe that, a lot of things have happened with chance, because I literally got thrust into the arts because of one injury, and, we had nothing else to do in school. And so my friend said, yaar, tumhari Angrezi achhi hai. Just get into something and don't get into depression, because I was a basketball player and all that, and I couldn't play sports anymore. So that's how it started. And but I think there have been great opportunities for me. I did a little theater, and then of course, this. In fact, actually, nobody knows this. My first film was with Saeed Akhtar Mirza. It's not Three Idiots. And
really?
Yeah, this ये खुलासा है जो मैं यहाँ break कर रहा हूँ. Then went on to do things that used to come my way, and I would just grab, because मैंने ऐसे जोश में आके डैड को कॉल कर दिया था कि मुझे पैसा नहीं चाहिए, मैं खुद कर लूंगा. And just literally minutes after that, I was regretting saying that. But
Mirzapur went on to be a massive success, and and more than anything, a big rage on social media. Everybody was talking about it. Did you expect such kind of a reaction?
No, I didn't. I think none of us did. I think it just turned into one colossal, huge thing. And I think what happened was that it was also one of the first of its kind. People were getting used to the OTTs.
Yeah.
And, we suddenly gave them something that was good. Something ours, something Indian. And at the same time, it's an underdog story. And, we've always celebrated underdogs.
Which co-star of yours you loved working the most till date? It's not about just Mirzapur, anything.
यार बहुत हैं यार. मैं तो there's a time when I worked with Vidya, like Vidya Balan. I did a movie called Bobby Jasus. वो चली नहीं थी फिल्म, लेकिन मुझे बहुत मजा आया था. Like आज भी मतलब हमारी दोस्ती कायम है, और I just feel great about that. And of course, I think my most memorable times have been with the Fukras, because we've just become a family. So it's of course, I met Richa there, and that turns out to be someone I really enjoyed sharing screen space because I was a bit of a closet fan of hers. Pankaj ji, because I get to learn a lot with him. Recently, Russel Brand, who I worked with on Death on the Nile, I think he's a certified genius. I'm sure we all know. Yeah, है list है यार, अच्छी list है थोड़ी.
Also,
Judy Dench.
Of course. Also talking about one recent co-star, Gadot. I mean,
Oh, she's
how
lovely.
what was your equation? What is done memory which you always cherish?
I think the first time we met only, it was really sweet. You know, we all met in this. They had actually called us on set, which was a created one small set which was created on in the studios in London, and the reading was, you know, there was like background music, you know,
Wow.
proper table was set for the reading. पूरा मतलब Death on the Nile का माहौल था, and we all came in, and I remember I met her, and it was just like two people who knew each other, I suppose. You know, just like, wow, man, hey, what's up, what's up?
Okay, let's go back a little in time. When you first read the script of Mirzapur, what was your reaction?
Oh, I thought it was brilliant. I thought it was. Literally I was stuck on Guddu, and well, there's another trivia here because I was offered another part first.
Oh,
I was not offered Guddu because of obvious reasons. I think nobody really. Uh, I think it was Munna's part.
okay.
The yeah,
Yeah.
Divin done that, and I think I was at the time so invested in Guddu that I just, because I felt like there's so much I can bring to it, and I really like parts that are unpredictable to me. If I can figure out the entire journey in my head, then मजा नहीं है ना, फिर मतलब टीम वर्क नहीं होगा फिर, क्योंकि मैं अकेला ही नहीं हूँ. तो मैंने ना कोई बहाना बना दिया था. मैंने कहा कि हाँ यार, वो यार करंट डेट्स नहीं है मेरे पास, कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई है, समथिंग. So I left. फिर वो बाद में कॉल आया मुझे कि नहीं, you know, we want to see, let's try this.
Let me, you've really come a long way, Ali, from 3 Idiots to now. What was your first audition like?
I think it was for an ad,
Huh.
for a Pizza Hut ad. That Rohan Sippy had directed, और उसका shoot हुआ था बैंकॉक में. मुझे मिल गया था वो ad. 3 Idiots was a very interesting audition because I literally went there. I auditioned and Raju sir said, तुम जो shirt ये पहने हो यही पहन के आना, ये चाहिए हमको.
What is the first salary, or the first money which you got from an acting stint? How much was it, and what did you do with it?
So there are two. One was an ad for Maaza.
Huh.
Maaza या यही था शायद Pizza Hut वाला. It was $5,000. 5,000 rupees. और वो मैंने खर्च कर दिए थे. तो मैं फिर से, क्योंकि मैं फिल्मों में देखता था कि वो पहली जो पगार होती है ना, जाके घर पे दी जाती है. खर्च करते. तो फिर मैंने 5,000 कहीं और से कमाए थे, तो मैंने जाके अपनी नानी को दिए थे एनवेलप में.
How sweet.
मैंने कहा ये मैंने पहली दफा कमाया.
Let's talk about Lady Love, Richa, who's equally talented and a fabulous, fabulous person.
Yes.
You both were supposed to get married in April, and the pandemic struck us. And so, what's the status? I'm sure everybody wants to know.
I mean, you know, nothing bad. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि status वो हो गया बिल्कुल. We're just looking forward. I think it's just been a not very, very nice year in all aspects of everything.
Yeah.
So we're just waiting. I think subconsciously we want this year only to get over and see what happens next.
You know, recently, obviously, her name came out in this controversy related to Anurag, and you wrote a very powerful and a heartfelt and a strong note for her. You stood by her. What do you have to say about these current situations and scenario?
You know, that's the thing. Anything I say, it's just it's become a time of you say, I say.
Yeah.
You know, and therefore the better debater wins, or the better campaign wins, or the better you know. So I feel like hamara, I only spoke because I think both of us, I can't speak for her, but I know that both of us are focused on our work, and you know, we've been trying to do whatever we can, even socially, during this very tough time.
Yeah.
There was also a tragedy in our family, and you know, she's been with me through that. So that was those were things that you know, we were just keeping in mind, and just want to, we are artists at the end of the day. You know, we can raise questions, we can't answer them for you, you know. And I think everybody looks towards us for that answer, which is sweet. But sometimes in that herd mentality, people forget to use their own brains. You know, we become their conscience, and that's not right. I will continue to do the work. I will continue to raise the bar. I will continue to push the buttons. Because otherwise we're just doing a job, and then there's no difference between no offense to anything. I mean, my God, our country is made of the hardworking class, the working class heroes, but we have to step aside and say, it's like history remembers what? Literature. है ना, जो artists थे, the Renaissance, the industrial revolutions, not political wars, and I mean, those are really just gets murky. So
in this lockdown, Ali, one thing which everybody has taken to is obviously the OTT platforms. That has been like everybody's lockdown companion. Whether it's just we spend all our days on it. I'm sure you must have also. Tell me.
I finished Netflix.
Everything. You're up to date.
I've finished Netflix. I've finished Amazon.
Now that so just give recommendations of the top 3 series you binged watch and everybody should watch it.
God, there's so much. Of course, I'm going to say this. I know a lot of people are saying this, but Social Dilemma has to be watched. I recently saw a very fun film after a long time. It's called Enola Holmes. It's just released. Then there's Better Call Saul, which I finished, which is a great show. Succession is, of course, the new favorite. I think the new season is out, but I don't think it's out here. So we're all waiting.
One book you really wish to be adapted into a series ASAP.
मैं यहाँ बोल दूंगा तो लोगों को आइडिया आ जाएगा और मेरी कास्टिंग घुस जाएगी उसमें. There's a book. It's one of my favorites. It's called House of Leaves. It's a bit of a big one, but it's literally written like a screenplay and weird. Yeah.
And apart from you, if it has to be adapted for Indian platforms. Yeah. Apart from you, who should be the protagonist?
Jaideep Halawat.
You also pursue spoken word as an art. Very few people know it.
Wow, you've really done research. But not much. I'm a bit shy. यार मतलब मुझे लगता है अपना ढिंडोरा नहीं पीटना अच्छा लगता है.
I know you're shy, but I'll tell you, just show a little demo.
Show me? You want me to say something?
Yeah, why not?
एक बहुत प्यारा सा शेर था. So it says, और ये क्योंकि एक सच्चाई है तो ये एक यूनिवर्सल सच्चाई है कि एक ये जहां एक वो जहां, इन दो जहां के दरमियां बस फासला एक सांस का है, जो चल रही तो ये जहां, जो रुक गई तो वो जहां.
Okay. One person's social media you stalk the most?
Shah Rukh Khan. Shah Rukh Khan and who else? Actually, Richa's. Yeah.
Really? You are a stalker boyfriend. Obviously, you've worked with some of the most talented female actors in the West. If there's one Indian female actor you're really trying to work, who would that be?
There's Alia, there's Parvati, and there's Richa I want to work with because we haven't worked
long.
Kind of different from Fukrey. Radhika is very good. Apte, somehow our paths haven't crossed. Yeah.
Hollywood or the Hindi film industry?
Oh man, that's a mean choice. क्योंकि हिंदी फिल्म इंडस्ट्री मेरा घर है, मेरा होम है, इसने मुझे छत दी है, तो मैं कभी छोड़ नहीं सकता. I think why I say this is because it's about world cinema now, so I'm honestly we're all constantly trying to bridge that. तो मैं हॉलीवुड नहीं जा पाऊंगा totally. So yeah, heart and heart is.
Okay, now last one, this you better give me the answer. OTT or the big screen?
Oh man, the big screen. Yeah. I mean, where हम 70 mm पे जो मजा आता है वो उसका अलग मजा है.
Thank you so much, Ali. It was such a pleasure talking to you. Always so much fun.
Thank you, man. Likewise. This is good.
I will see you soon. You take care.